Vicino sono.
Listen to that.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
with the vibrato.
Even quieter.
Beautiful vibrato, but you could hear how it's difficult. Like there, I mean, he totally did it just off the cuff, but you could hear as he began to get quieter, it started to get a little hazy in his tone. Didn't stay as pure as when he was full voice.
Run, run, lost boy, they say to me.
So the amazing Michael Bolton has done an amazing thing. He's posted up a singing lesson that he's had with the world-renowned vocal coach Seth Riggs. For those of you who don't know who Seth Riggs is, he's actually the father of SLS, speech level singing. If you don't know what speech level singing is, just Google it. If you don't know who Michael Bolton is, I don't know, I'm not talking to you. So Michael is being very candid here, and he's posting up a one-on-one lesson that he has with Seth Riggs. It kind of gives us a sneak peek behind the curtain of what goes on in a singing lesson at this type of level, because he is definitely one of the highest caliber singers there is, and Seth Riggs teaches the stars. So
Vicino sono.
Listen to that.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
with the vibrato.
you know, just casually. If you want to see an uncut version of this video, check out the link in the description.
You people want to get out? Yeah, we're here. We are at the legendary Seth Riggs home. He doesn't know that we're going to show up. He's having a small, intimate party. I've been studying with him since I think 1982, when I was just coming out here writing songs for CBS Songs publisher. Everybody I know who was studying with him then is studying with him.
I mean, come on, talk about long-term singing student. That's incredible, since 1982. I mean, it doesn't mean he's been taking lessons solid the entire time, but that's definitely a loyal student.
Yeah, oh my God.
But you might want to take a look at this wall, because I think you'll find yourself on the wall.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Some folkses.
You guys,
Yeah.
you guys got around.
Yeah. That's before I lost all.
He's up on the wall. Yeah, you know, Lionel Richie, Michael Bolton, no big deal. If you're interested in learning more on how to sing, I created a resource that I wish would have been around when I was starting to sing. With the subscription I've created, you get access to all of the courses that I've created and more that are coming. You get access to all of my private lesson recordings that I have from other students so you can learn vicariously through them. And you get monthly one-on-one lessons with me. All of this is available for one low monthly price, and it's a very well-rounded approach to learn how to sing. Click the link down below to get access now.
Well, I never had a problem pulling in my belly because I'm used to having to for photographs. Look at the hit list, basically, and look at the priorities, because time is of the essence.
Yeah.
I'm traveling quite a bit, and I know you're busy, and some of the potentially most challenging vocals that I'm hoping you can help
Make it easier.
guide me and make it easier, yeah.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I'm hitting the notes.
You know, he did things when he came back from singing opera. He went to Modena, Italy, which is Pavarotti's home. And he comes back and he says to me, you know, there's some good tunes in opera. Tunes in opera. Tunes, a lot of...
That's one way to put it. I remember I called an aria song one time on YouTube and I got eaten alive for that. So I can see why Seth's ears perked up when he said, nice tunes in opera.
Turandot, you have La Bohème, Tosca.
Tosca, yeah.
See, I say Tosca, he says Tosca. So
Tosca.
These are things I need to learn. Pronunciation and the right way to hold these notes and make some difficult moves, full voice into diminuendo, very difficult.
But he did things which were crazy. I couldn't go with him. He went to London to do
The recording of the aria.
It's a great quote. He did things that were crazy.
Which is not an aria that he would sing necessarily, but it's written Trodon vicino al sol, and the sol is a high B flat, a B natural. It's written pianissimo, but the guys get so nervous, and I mean the big guys, like, you know, Pavarotti, they go,
he says pianissimo,
they want to hit it real hard. He hit it pianissimo,
musically,
and he made it louder, and then he came back. He did what they call a messa di voce, on a high, I thought I'd die.
Wow, that's one of actually the exercises. Mezza de voce is a great exercise to really develop the power, but it's very hard to do it seamlessly where you don't have any breaks or cracks in the middle, because you're going from a very, very light sound to then going crescendo to your maximum and then bringing it back to diminuendo to that very small, quiet sound.
Vicino sono.
Listen to that.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
with the vibrato.
Even quieter.
Beautiful vibrato, but you could hear how it's difficult. Like there, I mean, he totally did it just off the cuff, but you could hear as he began to get quieter, it started to get a little hazy in his tone. Didn't stay as pure as when he was full voice. That's definitely something that makes that type of approach very, very hard. And then to go louder again is very hard.
Can you do that one? Now I'm gonna say.
So definitely the most quintessential vocal exercise. Any of you who have ever done a singing lesson before, I'm sure, have heard this vocal exercise. It's one that is very, very effective. And, some people get annoyed of hearing it over and over and over again because everybody talks about it. But here you go. Even the greats need to brush up on their basics. And so, even Michael Bolton is doing this exercise, just so you know. There's also a video of Michael Jackson doing this exercise as well.
Wait, hold on.
So there you can kind of hear he's having trouble being able to do it with a very consistent airflow. His support on those scales is not consistent and clean, and that's what the problem is. So now I think she's going to try to correct it for him.
We do this all the
Doing
time.
as I'm told.
So it's here.
We do this all the time.
Okay, here.
Yeah. Oh,
below.
I see. Okay.
And it's like, give me something I can.
Oh, no.
So there she went a little bit too low for her range. She was in the male range. But you guys get the idea. So what she's showing him is how in her body support feels. But I take it one step further, and then when I'm working with students, I'll get them to feel it in their own body. I can get you guys to feel it right now. So if you just go brr, brr, focus on what muscles are kicking. You're going to feel muscles in your pelvic region, lower abdominals, and lower back kicking as you do that. Brr, brr. Those are your support muscles. Now all you got to do is carry that over to a legato phrase. Simple as that. So they're getting very technical and getting him to feel it on her, and with a long explanation, I think it could be very, very simplified.
When I'm gonna take a breath, I know the only place I take a breath is here.
Got it.
Don't pull.
So there he kind of feels the kick of the muscles that she's experiencing, but he's not feeling it within his own body yet.
So you don't pull it in before you start singing. These are your lungs. Tummy out is this. Then you have to contract the muscles so you can use it, because otherwise you can't. This is full with air, but you can't use it, right?
So she's giving him kind of the basics of the anatomy, but it seems like, Michael Bolton's eyes are glazing over at this point. Like, it could be so much simpler. Some people are very technical and they really want to hear all the aspects of what's going on. Some people are like, get that, like, who cares? Just tell me what I should be doing.
Nay, 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 nay. And now tummy comes out, and then you grab a hold of it, and then you start singing.
Okay.
So
It's a very important principle.
So it just seems like he's like, okay, and not really sure what exactly that means to him in his own body. Somebody can conceptually understand what's going on, but how do I start to do that for myself? That's a whole different step that I feel like is missing for him here.
You'll notice the difference immediately. It takes the pressure off of your voice.
Same as if you.
Nay, 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 nay.
Right. Now, did you take a breath before you did that?
So you may be noticing that Seth has a little bit of a husky tone to his voice. And I've heard that he's had some problems with acid reflux in the past, and that may be a reason why he's got such a husky tone.
And see, I'm not taking a breath. The atmosphere.
See, that's what I would get him to do. Get Michael to experience what Seth just did so that he could understand what's going on.
And so what you do.
It's like as if you.
You see like Michael's face there. He's like, oh, okay, like, you know, he lost him on that technicality. So some people, again, are just not into the technicalities of the voice. Like, okay, great. That's a wonderful statistic. How does that apply? See, now he's starting to get a little bit of the feel of it, and he's starting to feel it for himself. So if you feel like you benefited from this video, please hit the like button down below. If you want to see more of these videos, you can subscribe, and let me know if you like this type of content in the comments down below. And if you want to see more, check out this video. You're gonna like it too.